So, how to improve the cooling and noise profile of an R9 Nano without buying an extremely expensive custom water cooling setup? Let's find out. So before we begin, we'll just take a look at how my current setup actually works. You can see that I've stuck my microphone very closely to the R9 Nano, and what I'll be doing is having a quick run through of the Unigine Valley benchmark just to give a brief demonstration of how loud the fan actually gets. So as you can see, it can get pretty shocking. Now what I decided to do was to take an Antec H600 Pro all-in-one liquid cooler, and well, it's actually designed for CPUs actually, but what I decided to do was mount it onto the R9 Nano. Since there are no generic sort of GPU mounting mechanisms that actually work with the R9 Nano or the R9 Fury series in general, what I decided to do was use the R9 Nano mounting bracket, and I flipped it because instead of holding together the metal heatsink in place from the back of the PCB, what I did was I made it so that it would hold down the AIO onto the GPU with the help of screws on one side and bolts or nuts on the other that I ordered online, because I couldn't find long enough M2 screws and nuts locally. So what we have here is my R9 Nano. It's an ASUS White Edition, and we'll just be disassembling the cooler and installing the new cooler onto it. So without further ado, here we go.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio
As you can clearly hear, the differences between the sounds of before and after the modification are absolutely massive. Now, I understand that there was a very large amount of coil whine that you could hear after the modification was complete, but it was actually present before the modification took place as well. The big difference was that the fan was so loud beforehand that it just drowned out the noise of the coil whine. But the good thing is now that when I game with my headphones, I actually can't hear the coil whine whatsoever. So it's complete night and day, and there's absolutely like it's a no-brainer for me which one is actually preferred and which one I do enjoy more. Another thing to note is that while the temperatures did come close in the Valley benchmark, games will not necessarily stress out the GPU to max load in the same fashion. So what actually happens when I do game is that the factory R9 Nano topped out at around 80 degrees, but this new modified version with the cooler actually only tops out at about 70 degrees. So it's much cooler, it's insanely, much more quiet, and I'm very, very pleased with the results. Okay, so yeah, that was it for today. I'm glad I was finally able to complete the mod because it's something that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, and I just want to thank everybody for giving me a chance to share that. So yeah, I hope you all have a good day, and I hope to see you around for the next video.